Hello everyone, today we will tell you about a movie where two professionals in their field get stuck in the most secure prison in the world, called Red Notice, from 2021.
About Russian prisons, the soap, incredible.
We doing this together or not?
No added chemicals or perfumes, it's just pure, good old-fashioned glycerin. Smell it.
I gotta smell it.
John, being an agent, attends the exhibition to prevent a crime. Das immediately orders to seal the building, adding that the most wanted thief in the world, Nolan, is preparing to steal Cleopatra's egg, the main exhibit object. Checking the data from the thermal imager, it can be understood that the egg, for some reason, does not emit heat. John immediately takes a soda from a passerby to confirm that the egg has already been stolen. The hall immediately detaches, and Nolan escapes, changing clothes and merging with the crowd, while John is opening the doors. However, he quickly encounters Nolan again, who skillfully cuts his way. He has to climb the stairs to the top floor, where John is already waiting for him, and he orders to hand over the egg. However, they are distracted by Agent Das, who leads the chase outside the building. At the same time, luck is on Nolan's side, and he calmly descends the pipe, and easily escapes. Bali, 56 hours later, Nolan arrives at his small house, but John has already been here with the local special forces, shocking Nolan. Das immediately takes the egg. By this time, Nolan has escaped from prison 6 times, but this time they chose the worst place for him. However, before that, John notices that Nolan is not interested in money. He wants to escape, proving to someone that he is better than others. A little later, someone replaces the egg, and although John suspects something, but he can't find the criminal. 32 hours later, Das finally finds the disappearance, but there's a small flaw. Somehow, John received several $1 million on the same day that egg disappeared. Of course, John tries to convey that he is innocent, but Das doesn't care, and has already prepared a special place for him. Russia. John arrives at the most dangerous prison in the world, where escape is virtually impossible, because the prison is perched atop a mountain, and the only way out is a suspension bridge. And also, his new neighbor will be Nolan. Nolan understands that they've been duped by another most wanted thief, the bishop. Also, mentioning why everyone wants to obtain the eggs, one Egyptian billionaire is ready to pay $300 million if the thief can bring all 3 eggs on his daughter's wedding day. However, no one in the world knows where the third egg is hidden, but the second one is in the possession of an arms baron, whose parties take place in complete anonymity. That's where his treasures are stored, and as Nolan's friend begins shouting in the dining hall that John is not a cop. Yes, he's from the FBI, but it's a whole different story. And one of the guys notices this, and subtly hints that he's in trouble. John tries to defuse the situation, but the troublemaker doesn't think so, and a brawl ensues. While the troublemakers praise the victor, the police take the duo away. John immediately orders him not to joke like that, but he is distracted by a patrol, as they are awaited by the boss, who happens to be the bishop. And in 48 hours, she plans to steal the second egg, and the third one will help Nolan find it, as he actually knows where it's hidden. He just didn't want to tell John. And to make them feel better, the worst days of their lives await them. So the duo is transferred to a labor camp, where they decide to team up. A new day dawns, and Nolan has already devised an escape plan, consisting of 3 stages. First, they need to mix soap and pure glycerin with nitric acid, causing a massive explosion followed by a brawl. Step 2 was completed on the first day. That scene was just to steal the key card. And now, they just need to take the gem and uncover the window of freedom. They simply need to walk along the precipice, in the hope that no one slips, or John will cover. Already on the helipad, the guard doesn't notice the duo, because he's looking at photos of Putin, while listening to Russian songs. John immediately opens fire, while Nolan knocks out the pilot, and starts the helicopter. At the same time, the guard manages to aim an RPG at John, and destroys the bridge, but Nolan, not wanting to lose his comrade, opens fire with a minigun, suppressing the guards. This gives John enough time to jump on board, while the guard once again aims the RPG at them, but John simply opens another door, launching a rocket. London. The bishop kidnaps an information analyst to hack his computer and send a message to Interpol that their friends have escaped. They have already contacted with Nolan's friend, named Tom Bay. And he has a brand new plane for them, including a plan of the arms baron's house. According to their strategy, they need to use a secret passage to break into the warehouse, and as for the security systems, every inch of the house is under surveillance. 2 armed guards at every door, who change on the shift signal, which lasts only 45 seconds. There are 87 cameras throughout the house, without any blind spots. The doors to the vault are protected by a half-meter thick titanium door, with a biometric lock, but deepfake will help them with that. And the password needs to be found on their victim's phone. Valencia. The duo arrives at the party, and while John plays the role of a guest, Nolan becomes a waiter. John quickly finds the bishop, who is amazed by his disguise, but their conversation is interrupted by the Baron, from whom John immediately steals a phone. Still unaware that Agent Das is among them. But the Baron begins his speech, activating the second step. Nolan spills wine on John, allowing him to be taken to the restroom, through the guards, where he can hide behind a door, and hack the cameras, activating a timer, 45 seconds. To get into the guard shift, and enter the Baron's room, the titanium door instantly opens from deepfake, revealing all the treasures, but the security notices, including Agent Das. John immediately pulls out a gun, and locks the door, but by that time, the bishop are entered the vault. They start a brawl, but against the Wonder Woman, they didn't stand a chance. Towards the end, the Baron himself comes to visit them, because from the very beginning, he was on the bishop's side. A new day dawns. The duo regains consciousness already bound. They still need to find out where the third egg is hidden, through John's special trials. Nolan, not wanting to see John tortured, confesses where they can find the third egg. Or to be more precise, in Egypt itself. They just need to drink champagne, knocking out the Baron, and as soon as he wakes up, he opens fire. One of the bullets breaks the handcuffs, and frees the duo, but the exit from the basement leads them straight to a bullfighting arena. And they both barely manage to escape, saving their lives. Shortly after, John confesses that his father was the best thief, but one day he disappeared, leaving his family, showing that they are quite similar, and only together they can win. Hearing all this, Nolan tells that after World War II, a German officer went to Argentina, taking a small suitcase with him. For the next 70 years, enthusiasts tried to find Hitler's secret bunker, somewhere in South America, including his father, who one day bought the watch of that German, inside of which were coordinates. After a few days later, they finally managed to find a secret passage, and to their surprise, the lights were still working. Behind the armored door awaited a whole warehouse, where the third egg was hidden, but they are distracted by the bishop, who didn't buy into his story. They team up, when Agent Das arrives with the SWAT team, opening fire. And all that's left, is to jump into Hitler's armored car, and break through the hidden passage, unaware that at the very end, there was a cliff. Nolan quickly escapes to the shore with the egg, but doesn't notice John, and leaves behind the dream of his entire life, to save a friend, who also made it to the shore, and kissed the bishop, as they had been together all this time. Cairo. The Egyptian billionaire finally gets the treasure, while Das bursts into the party, and confiscates the treasure. Sardinia. 6 months later, Nolan finally finds a couple, from whom he has already stolen all their money, and for them, Nolan has a job, but now it's for 3 people. The movie ends here. Write in the comments how you rate this movie, or just recommend something interesting. See you very soon. Goodbye.